Alright, and what is going on YouTube? Julian back with another video. You're probably wondering why I'm standing here with a forest-like terrain behind me. Reason being is I'm standing on my new listing, which is 5.6 acres here in San Antonio. If you are interested in land, I'll just do a quick little view of it. But other than that, I thought I'd hop on here and explain the differences between selling land and residential homes. So most people are familiar with buying a property, but not a lot of people are familiar with buying land or selling land. So whether you're an agent or a buyer or a seller looking to buy or sell land, this might be a little bit more informative to you. But I'm just going to give you the tip of the iceberg, obviously, because there's so many different things that can go into selling or buying land, just like it would a residential house. You could look at two different lots, and they could both be an acre. And this one sold for $100,000, and you want to sell this one or purchase this one, and it's $150,000 because this one sold for $100,000 maybe about a year ago. Well, the difference between the two is that this could be raw land, which means that there are no utilities on site, and this could be that there are utilities here. So, for example, you have electricity and water ready to go. If you're going to build a house, then you don't necessarily have to bring the city in to do that for you. So that's one of the big key points. So, for example, if you are looking to sell land, you're going to get a little bit more bang for your buck, and it has a higher value because you already have the utilities on site as opposed to this one. So just because you have the same exact lot, the same exact acre, and maybe they even look super similar, doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to get the same price, because the buyers still have to come in and they have to bring utilities on site. So that's one thing. The second thing would be location. So if you are in the city, which this one is a little bit more deeper in the city as opposed to the outskirts of your city or location, then that can also be a difference in the pricing. And another reason why that could be different is it goes back into factor number one, is that if you're really far on the outside of your city and the outskirts, then it's a little bit harder for the city to bring the utilities out to you, which is going to be a little bit more costly. And most people who are looking to build, unless you want to live on the outskirts or you want more of a country, feeling, they want to be closer to the city more than they want to be outside of the city. And then another thing too is the terrain. If the lot is cleared off, then it makes it a little bit easier for purchasers, for people who are going to come in and build their property. This one's called wooded, so usually when you see something that says wooded, most likely means that there's going to be trees on the site. And yeah, sorry, I'm like I said, deeper in the city, so I got some noise going on in the background. So another thing too, if you want to make sure that you're purchasing the property at the correct price or you're selling the property at the correct price, it's harder to do this if you're not an agent, but as a realtor, you'll be able to run what's called a CMA, so a comparative market analysis, and you'll get an idea of the lots that sold around the area, but also double check once again if they had utilities or not, because you can't use the two. If you do want to get as close to an accurate idea of what the lot or land is worth, then what you want to look at is properties that have sold in the area. So if you had seen two different lots that sold near the area, I would try to get within a mile radius. But if you've got two lots that sold within a mile radius, if you want to get a cost per acre in the area or a general idea, just look at what those lots sold for, divide the sold price by their acreage, and then if there's more than one comp, then what's cool about that is that you can do, let's just say, 3 different comps. You can add them all together and then divide them by 3 and get your average and see if the lot that you're purchasing or selling is right around that area. And that's going to be it for today's video. I will catch you in the next one. If you have any questions or comments though, leave it down below and I will get to you as soon as possible.